After a few days of thinking through, it's time we talk about this recent signing made by the Golden State Warriors. No more what ifs, no more World Cup videos and news because we actually made a signing. According to NBA insider Shams Charania, quote, the Golden State Warriors are signing the NBA G League's top rebounder, JAYCE Johnson, on a training camp Exhibit 10 deal. The 7-foot center averaged nearly 6 points and 7 rebounds per game in July Summer League and will compete for a two-way slot in camp. Now, this might seem very minor, but I have to say, this might be one of the most underrated moves the Golden State Warriors front office pulled this offseason. And because of the uniqueness of the Exhibit 10 deal, which we'll talk about later, it actually adds a lot of flexibility to this Warriors roster. What's also very interesting about JAYCE Johnson is that this is a big 7-foot center with a 7'2" wingspan, so the fact that we're looking to add more depth to our front court is very promising. In today's video, let's talk about JAYCE Johnson as a player and see exactly what he can do for the team, and most importantly determine if he has a shot to make the roster or perhaps take one of the two-way spots. So without further ado, let's roll the intro.
Hi. I'm on my match in the dark. 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 I'm on my match.
Yo, what's up guys, Jason's here back with another video. If you're the first time watching, I mostly cover news and reports for the Golden State Warriors, but we also occasionally make content for every other team. So if you want the latest basketball news and rumors in your feed, all you gotta do is to leave a like and subscribe so that you will not miss any of my future upload. Now, as mentioned earlier, Golden State signed Johnson to an Exhibit 10 deal, so let's first talk about what that is. I looked into multiple sources so I can bring you guys the best definition. An Exhibit 10 contract is a 1-year minimum salary NBA contract. The deal has a particular Exhibit 10 attached to it and no bonuses come along with it. The attachment is included in the contract after both the sides, of course the team and the player, have agreed to it. This contract gives the franchise the flexibility to convert it into a two-way deal, but the team has to do it before the regular season. Exhibit 10 deals are usually non-guaranteed, which means the team can waive the player and clear the cap hit. So now with that cleared up, let's talk about Johnson as a player. Back in college, Johnson played his first 3 years at Utah and transferred to Marquette his final year. He's by no means a star player. Across his 4 years, Johnson was averaging 5.1 points and 5.8 rebounds per game. He will not give you any crazy stats, but he's a very consistent player, and that exactly transferred to the G League. This passion for the Santa Cruz Warriors, Johnson was averaging 9.4 points, 13.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists, and 1.3 blocks per game. For this Warriors team that needs instant contributor, it is very nice to see Johnson's maturity as a player after 4 years in college. Now, when it comes to rebounding, what's also very impressive is Johnson averaged over 5 offensive rebounds per game. And for this Warriors team that needs all the help they can get when it comes to rebounding, this attribute is a huge plus. In the Summer League, Johnson also played very consistently and was averaging 5.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 1.2 assists per game. These few days, I took a look at his tape in both college and pro, and I gotta say, he has the potential to be a high-level rebounder on both ends of the floor. Of course, it has to do with the 7-foot frame, but at the same time, Johnson has a very nice instinct when it comes to boxing out and staying at the right spot. And surprisingly, despite his size, he's a very good athlete for his frame. On the offensive end, he is not as polished, and most of his shots are fed by his teammates, so the truth is, he cannot make his own shots. But that's alright, because on the other hand, he sets high-quality screens with a nice roll game and a good sense of offensive rebounds. Now, to be honest, since we're this late into the offseason, I will take any option I have. One thing that Johnson lacks a little bit is shot blocking, but honestly, that is not that big of a concern to me. Right now, Golden State already has some of the top tier defenders like Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins, so as long as Johnson maintains his high level rebounding, it's gonna be totally fine. Now, if Johnson makes the roster or perhaps a two-way spot, I'm going to feel a lot more confident about this team. Kevon Looney, Dario Saric, and JAYCE Johnson at the center position has such nice depth and different skill sets the team can use. You got the very well-rounded Kevon Looney, you got Dario Saric with deep shooting, and of course JAYCE Johnson is a very nice pick and roll big and rebounder. And once again, because Johnson is the only player that is above 6'11" for the Warriors training camp, he has a nice shot to make the roster or at least land a 2-way deal or a 10-day contract. The new NBA rule states that every single franchise can have up to 3 2-way contract players, and currently Warriors have 2 spots left, so there's a high chance that Johnson could land one of those spots if he plays nicely in training camp. Funny enough, if we take a look at all the player signings and the workouts we're having with the players, we have this approach where we're finding players with low risk but very potential high return on investment. You can definitely argue that that's smart business moves, but again, it is also because we have no cap room. Of course, there's nothing wrong with the team trying to get better, but what makes this signing so special is Johnson's size. I think Golden State is trying to see if Johnson can fill in the role of James Wiseman because again, those two players have the same physical frame, and the only difference is that Wiseman is a better shooter. Overall, if we look at all the recent moves the Warriors are making, it's mostly on guards and combo forward. So now seeing that we're trying to add more depth at the center position is definitely some good news to hear. Alright guys, that's all we got for today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think of JAYCE Johnson making the team? If you enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on social media with all the links in the description box down below. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.